Welcome to IT Guy Stories, where we expose the brutal truths of the cyber world that often stay hidden behind the headlines. Imagine this: you log into your computer ready to start your day, but instead of your familiar desktop, you're greeted by a terrifying message. All your files, photos, documents, crucial business data encrypted, inaccessible, and a digital clock ticks down, demanding payment to unlock them. This isn't a scene from a Hollywood thriller. It's a terrifying reality for businesses, large and small, every single day. Today, we're diving deep into the ransomware nightmare, how a company's data was held hostage, and the desperate race against time to get it back. Let's talk about Apex Manufacturing, a fictional but all too real company. For years, Apex had been a thriving business, but like many, they hadn't prioritized cybersecurity beyond the basics. Their nightmare began innocently enough. Perhaps it was a single employee rushing through their inbox who clicked on a seemingly legitimate invoice attachment, much like the phishing scams we discussed in our last episode. Or maybe it was a more insidious entry point, an unpatched server, a remote desktop port left open to the internet, or even a brute force attack exploiting weak passwords. However it started, the payload was devastating. A sophisticated ransomware variant quietly infiltrated their network. For hours, it lay dormant, mapping their systems, identifying critical data. Then, like a switch being flipped, it sprang to life. Servers, workstations, shared drives, everything began to encrypt, one file at a time. The speed was terrifying. Financial records, production schematics, client databases, email archives, all locked away behind an impenetrable wall of encryption. Employees suddenly found their computers unusable. Files they'd been working on moments before were now gone, replaced by cryptic extensions. Panicked calls flooded the IT department. The network, once a buzzing hive of productivity, was now paralyzed. Then, the ultimate confirmation of their plight appeared on every infected screen. A ransom note detailing the demand, often in Bitcoin, and a stark deadline. Pay up or your data is gone forever. Apex Manufacturing had officially become a victim. For the IT team at Apex, this was ground zero. Their world exploded. The initial chaos quickly morphed into a frantic, high-stakes race against time. Their first move: isolate. They desperately tried to yank network cables, shut down servers, anything to stop the spread of the encryption, but by then it was often too late. Next came the gut-wrenching assessment. How far had it spread? What systems were compromised? And the million-dollar question: were the backups viable? They scoured their backup systems, praying for an uninfected copy, an air-gapped solution that the ransomware couldn't reach. This was the moment where years of planning, or lack thereof, came to a head. The impact was catastrophic. Production halted, orders couldn't be processed, customer service went dark. Beyond the immediate operational shutdown, the IT team faced an agonizing ethical and financial dilemma. Do we pay the ransom? Paying encourages criminals, and there's no guarantee they'll decrypt your files. But rebuilding from scratch could take months, cost millions, and potentially bankrupt the company. The pressure on the IT leadership, the CEO, and every employee was immense. Every decision carried monumental weight, with the very survival of the company hanging in the balance. So, how did Apex Manufacturing end up in this nightmare scenario? Like most cyber attacks, it wasn't a single point of failure, but a chain of vulnerabilities that the attackers expertly exploited. One common culprit: outdated systems and software. Many companies operate with legacy systems or fail to apply critical security patches in a timely manner. These unpatched vulnerabilities are open doors for ransomware. Second, a weak or easily accessible backup strategy. Backups are crucial, but if they're constantly connected to the network or not regularly tested, they can become just as encrypted as your live data. Another factor is often a lack of network segmentation. If an attacker gains access to one part of the network, they can often move freely to others, spreading the ransomware quickly. Proper segmentation acts like firewalls within your own network, containing the breach to a smaller area. And finally, sometimes it just takes one successful phishing attempt to gain initial access, as we saw in our previous episode. Modern ransomware variants are incredibly sophisticated, often deploying silently and rapidly, making detection incredibly difficult until the damage is already done. The good news is that ransomware, while terrifying, is largely preventable. Your best defense is a proactive, multi-layered approach. Let's dive into our ransomware readiness checklist, essential steps to protect your data. Robust backup strategy. This means having at least 3 copies of your data on at least 2 different types of media, with at least 1 copy stored offsite and, crucially, air-gapped or offline. This ensures that even if your network is compromised, your offline backups remain safe. Aggressive patch management. Keep all operating systems, software, and firmware up to date with the latest security patches. This closes known vulnerabilities that attackers exploit. Network segmentation. Divide your network into smaller, isolated segments. If one part gets infected, the ransomware can't easily jump to another. Endpoint detection and response (EDR). Invest in advanced security tools that monitor activity on your devices, detect suspicious behavior in real time, and can respond quickly to contain threats. Beyond this checklist, implement these practical steps. Employee training. Regularly educate your team on recognizing phishing attempts and suspicious links. They are your first line of defense. Strong authentication. Use multi-factor authentication (MFA) everywhere possible, especially for remote access like RDP. Established incident response plan. Don't wait for a crisis to plan. Know exactly what steps to take if an attack occurs, who to call, how to contain it, and how to recover. Practice this plan. Proactive measures are the only true defense against ransomware, because once your data is locked, your options are limited and painful. The ransomware nightmare is a stark reminder that cyber threats are constant and evolving. Don't wait for your own data to be held hostage. Review your backup strategy, update your systems, and empower your team with knowledge. Protect your digital life. Don't wait for the ransom note. If you found this episode enlightening, please hit the like button, share it with your colleagues, and subscribe to Real Cyber Attacks You Didn't Know About for more critical cybersecurity insights. Let us know in the comments, what steps has your organization taken to prevent a ransomware attack? We want to hear from you.